the true genesis of the Iranian identity began not upon the sun-scorched stones of the plateau itself, but amidst the shivering, wind-swept expanse of the Eurasian steppe during the mid-2nd millennium BCE, where a catastrophic climatic shift known as the aridification phase triggered a monumental southward migration of the Proto-Indo-Iranian tribes. These people, who identified themselves as the Arya, a term signifying not just a shared lineage but a profound adherence to Asha, the cosmic principle of nobility, truth, and celestial order, were the undisputed masters of the Andronovo culture, a society defined by its revolutionary advancement in metallurgy and the perfection of the spoked-wheel chariot. As these nomadic horse lords traversed the inner Asian corridor, a perilous network of mountain passes and river valleys stretching from the Oxus to the Jaxartes, they carried with them the ancestral seeds of the Avestan language and a complex polytheistic faith that viewed the world as a binary battlefield between light and shadow. Upon breaching the colossal mountain ramparts of the Hindu Kush and the Alborz, the Iranian branch of this migration encountered a vast, high-altitude fortress of salt, rock, and sky, the Iranian Plateau. This land was a topographic anomaly, a massive geological uplift shielded by the gargantuan, serrated arcs of the Zagros Mountains to the west and the Alborz to the north, creating a natural citadel that would dictate the survivalist nature of its new inhabitants. Here, the Arya underwent a brutal and necessary metamorphosis, transitioning from horizontal wanderers of the flat steppes to masters of vertical survival in a landscape of unforgiving extremes. To conquer the parched and arid lowlands, they engineered the Qanat system, an unparalleled marvel of ancient hydraulic engineering, where laborers hand-carved vertical shafts and horizontal conduits miles into the mountain alluvial fans to channel subterranean aquifers through gravity-fed tunnels, effectively bypassing the evaporation of the desert sun to transform barren dust into the paradisa, the lush, walled gardens that provided the linguistic root for the modern word paradise. As these tribes settled, they divided into distinct but culturally tethered entities: the Mahda, or Medes, who claimed the strategic highlands of the north near modern-day Hamadan, and the Parsa, or Persians, who moved further south into the rugged plains of Fars, settling amongst the fatting echoes of the ancient Elamite civilization. This era was characterized by a shadow history of cultural absorption, where the incoming Iranians did not merely displace the indigenous populations, but assimilated their administrative secrets, their sophisticated cuneiform scripts, and their mastery of sedentary governance. However, this period of settlement was far from peaceful. The Iranian tribes lived in the terrifying shadow of the Neo-Assyrian Empire, a Mesopotamian war machine that viewed the plateau as little more than a resource colony to be plundered for its legendary Nicaean steeds, the massive, powerful war horses that were the envy of the ancient world. For centuries, the Assyrians conducted brutal seasonal raids, burning villages and enslaving thousands. Yet this relentless external pressure acted as a biological and political furnace, forcing the disparate Iranian clans to abandon their internal feuds and forge a unified proto-state. This forced unification birthed a new warrior class, one that blended the mounted archery of the steppes with the iron-working technologies of the Near East, creating a society that valued the bow and the horse above all else. Under the guidance of early priest chiefs, they solidified a moral code that demanded three things of every young noble: to ride a horse, to shoot a bow, and to speak the truth. By the 8th century BCE, the plateau was no longer a collection of scattered migrants, but a sleeping giant, a collective of hardened survivors who had mastered the earth through irrigation and the sky through their faith in the eternal light of the sun. They sat in their mountain strongholds, sharpening iron blades in the morning mist and watching the smoke rise from Assyrian campfires, waiting with a patient, calculated fury for the moment the noble ones would finally descend from the mountains to strike back, topple the tyrants of Nineveh, and claim their destiny as the architects of the world's first global superpower, forever etching the name of Iranshar into the bedrock of human history.